Cash rules everything around me. Creep, get the money. Dollar bill.
Hey yo, I'm riding through the city streets, bass bumping like, they know who we be. The club jumping like, we the VIP. Bottle popping like, get a chick, get a glass, get a drunk, hey, get yo, that cash. That money coming in. I keep that money coming in.
I was actually given, I got the name as a little kid when I was younger. I put together a shoot for a project, and what happened was ever since then, it was like grade 3 maybe, and ever since then I just been writing it on paper. And I mean, it's kind of like a timeline. Era's like a timeline. Daily are my initials, so it just kind of worked out that way. I just kind of stuck with it. I grew up on, because of my brother, I grew up on a lot of Mobb Deep and Wu-Tang, and because my sister was more like a Tribe Called Quest and more conscious hip-hop. So I was lucky enough I had that kind of street stuff and the conscious stuff, and just kind of blended the two. But I got into a lot of Jay-Z like on my own, and Nas on my own, but a lot of Wu-Tang and Mobb Deep because of my family. I'd have to say it probably hit me after, because I started out doing freestyle battles, like MC battles, and just kind of doing that for fun. And it wasn't until, I guess, I won my first battle where I won prize money, where I was like, you know what, this could be alright, kind of tried to take it seriously. And then after that, and getting in the studio, I fell in love with it. Okay. I think it worked out perfectly for me because, like, out here, they call me the Prince of the North out here, and I'm of African descent. My parents are from Ghana, so it was like an African that's going to be going over to the U.S., just like the movie, you know what I mean? Because for me, my next move is kind of getting the music out to the States a lot more, and I mean, internationally, obviously, but, my next move in the next couple of months is to kind of make more of an impact down south in the States. So it was fitting. It just kind of fit. If you haven't heard the tape or anything yet, just expect there's a couple skits from the movie. Just expect a lot of lyricism. On this one, I decided to, because on previous tapes it was more about the beats and kind of getting a certain feel. On this one, I decided to return back to the lyrics and kind of the core of hip-hop and what matters with hip-hop, where it's your verses, you know what I mean? Like getting it in on tracks, and not just a good beat, it's about owning other people's beats. So it was a big deal for me. So I really wanted to get back to the lyricism and remind people that before I got on the radio and before we were shooting videos and stuff, I was an MC at the heart of it. Like, that is me, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to return to the rap side of it. Yeah, I got the album in the works. Right now, I'm just gonna say it's self-titled because I change the name of the album every 2 weeks. I change the name, but we're almost halfway done the album now. Hopefully by the end of the month, the end of next month, I should be done the album and I can start to start releasing some things. I'm really excited about the album though. Like, I got some records that I think people are gonna be like, whoa, like, oh, where's this stuff coming from? You know what I mean? So. I mean, the thing is, I've actually been working on 2 separate albums. I have a separate album with it, which is more like drum and bass. There's some grind stuff on there. I got some electro stuff on there. But the actual Era album is, it's just going to be hip-hop at its best, man. Like, I got a record with Bobby Valentino that we're going to be servicing soon, and we're just shooting the video for that. And I have some, like, I have a track with Zoot Woman, a group from the UK. They did something for the album, so I'm testing a couple new boundaries, but at the same time, it's still a typical hip hop record that people I think are gonna enjoy. Across the world, I mean, I'd love to do something with Fife. She's a Canadian artist out of my own backyard. I think it'd be something different. If we're speaking of some UK artists, I know Kano's crazy. I'm a fan of Kano's stuff, and I've seen some of the stuff Dizzy's done. Big fan of him and Sway. Like more the MCs. You guys got some pretty good MCs out there, and a lot of people down here don't really take to it because of the accent, I guess. And that's been an issue with some of the artists. But I think slowly you guys are even branching off over here. Like, I'm seeing guys on BET and stuff. I'd love to work with like a Luda. I think he's crazy. Jay would be the ultimate. I'm a huge Jay fan. I'm a big fan of Jay-Z. But in terms of different genres, just anyone who's willing to do something different that isn't afraid of hip hop. You know what I mean? Because I know a lot of artists that they're afraid to do things with hip hop artists just because of the light that we've been put in. But at the end of the day, rappers and other hip hop artists are as much of musicians as someone that plays the piano. You know what I mean? We just do it differently. We do it with words and a drum machine. Anyone that's open to working with hip hop artists and kind of creating something new, because that's what it's about. It's about progression. You know what I mean? I think that for us here in Toronto and in Canada, we're still new to the whole scene. You know what I mean? And as we progress, there's more MCs that are kind of coming out. I think it's going to take a couple more of us. We got Cardi, who's stepping out onto the world stage right now, which is amazing for us. But I think it's just going to take a couple more. I don't think it's so much that we're underrated. I think a lot of people in our country don't work as hard, and because of that, they don't see the benefits in it. You know what I mean? I feel like if people work a little bit harder in our country, then we're going to get the looks. And if we support each other, then it's kind of hard to break something that's moving as a unit. You know what I mean? Everyone seems to be doing it individually, and that's what was hurting us before. Whereas right now, it looks like a couple people coming out, and we're starting to build as a unit. So I think it's just a matter of time and staying strong, like kind of sticking to what it is we do, not trying to conform to people's styles. Like, because I know the South came out with some stuff, and then certain people started to change their music. It's about kind of staying true to what we're doing and just continuing to do that. You know what I mean? So that's what I think, at least. They can check me out on my website, jdera.com. My MySpace is probably the best way. You can hit me up direct, myspace.com/JDERA. And my manager, I guess, the product at rogers.com. It's product management. So just, hit me up. I'm open to do work. I'm always trying to do work. I'm always trying to travel and see the world. I got to come back to the UK, man. I'm telling you, I was there maybe about 2 years ago. I came, it was in December when I came. And then I linked up with Shorty Blitz. Yeah, I linked up with Shorty Blitz and Big Ted. And I met, what's the beatboxing guy's name? Dilla Kella. When I went, he's mad cool. So I'd love to come back out there soon. So it's just, in due time, man. You guys just let me know when the next festival is something that's big going on, and I'll take the trip myself. I guess to fans, just Toronto's next, man. I mean, there's different places that have been big for hip-hop. I really, really, really in my heart feel that Toronto is next to come out. And just shout out to everyone that's supporting good music and doesn't care about where it's from, but cares about how it sounds. You know what I mean? Don't support local MCs because they're local. Support them because you enjoy the music. You know what I mean? And if it's an international MC, support it because you enjoy the music. I guess the only other people I want to shout out is my cousin JP. He actually does some music out there in the UK. So shout out to him and shout out to everyone in Ghana.
I'm saying rule number one, never take sides over family. Look at me when I'm talking, understand me. Biggs told me error. This year we gotta up the ante. We need a fan, the money is bigger than a Camry. Need to leave this place, I'm thinking about Miami. When Mrs. Erica sleeping, nothing but her panties. No sympathy for him, I show him who the man be. Like I don't give a fuck if they be orphans like Annie. When we was broke.